Yes lads, joebiline here and welcome to the latest Impact Upgrades Confirmed video. There's a little bit of confusion last week because it was like, do they use SofaScore, do they use WhoScored? We always thought they went with WhoScored as the main. It seems that normally they'll actually use SofaScore as well. So this week we're covering off both to make sure that you guys know what will likely be happening. Hopefully they're the same for some they're not. This week we do have some conflicts, so that's why I'm letting you know, so you can be prepared. And one of them's a very big upgrade this week. But do leave a like if you enjoy this series, and I'll go with this very early time of 7 AM UK time once again. See how well it does go early, because I know you guys want it as soon as possible, so you know what to do. Of course, the things I'm saying here is just to make you aware I'm not the best at trading and investing, so don't go on my word for what to buy, but this gives you the information so you know what's going to be happening to them. So we'll jump up first into Latina Traore, who obviously they played Atletico Madrid. They lost 4-1, and we had a confusion straight away because he's 77 rated. SofaScore said he only made one shot. That puts him at 78. WhoScored, however, had him down as 3 shots, which makes him an 80 elite. So depending on the AUs this week, if they use WhoScored or SofaScore, we could be seeing an elite 80 card, or we could be seeing a 78 one up. So there's a risk there. It's up to what you guys do, but maybe if you can get in dead cheap, I don't know. Like I say, I'm just here to make you aware of what's happening. I'm rubbish at investing myself. It always goes wrong, like Castillo last week. Yeah, used SofaScore, not ESPN. I think it's safe to say they don't use ESPN at all, but they do definitely use WhoScored and SofaScore because they've used them both before. Moving secondly over into Kovitch. Obviously he plays for Benfica. He did start after not starting midweek. They managed a 1-0 win, and once again we've got a bit of confliction. WhoScored had him down as 1 shot and 1 interception, put him up to a +2 at 79, and SofaScore had him as just 1 interception +1 at 78. That would make him. So either way, he's not going up to an elite for whichever site they use, so there's not too much to risk there. But hey, that's Kovitch. Disappointing really, because he's been playing really well recent weeks. I guess this just wasn't his time. Maybe he wasn't fully fit and they rushed him back too soon. Moving over into our third player, we've got Ginkel, 78, and he's been having some amazing performances recently, and a lot of people were expecting him to do very, very well, and possibly even go for one of those +5, +6, +10s, with them playing at home against a team who they should have relatively beat. They did manage to win 3-1, and Ginkel did score, I believe it was a penalty. However, that was his only contribution from an impact rating wise. He made 1 shot, no key passes and no interceptions. WhoScored and SofaScore both had that down, +1 79. No confusion between the two sites there. Moving on over into Deulofeu. Obviously he's at AC Milan now, playing out on the left. He did play on the left tonight, where he's played every time so far. AC Milan got that big 2-1 win against Fiorentina. That's a good win for an inconsistent Milan side, so fair play to them. Now moving over into the stats for WhoScored and SofaScore. There's a discrepancy here again. WhoScored had him down as 2 shots, 1 key pass and 1 interception. SofaScore had him down as 1 shot, 1 key pass and 1 interception. So WhoScored +4, SofaScore +3, 86 and 85. Whether that will make much difference to what happens to his price or not will remain, I guess, to see on his stats and which one they go with. We're learning every week with this. We do know they use them too. Just gonna have to see what happens. Moving on into the final player, Naldo. If you haven't seen already on Twitter, a lot of hype with this. He was already quite expensive anyway. Most people were having to pay like 500k and stuff. His price was around when he first came out. Mainly due to the fact that Schalke have been struggling this year, and Cologne have been in decent form with Anthony Modeste having a brilliant season. And they were thinking, Naldo's the centrepiece. He loves a shot. He's a good defender. He's actually been playing well for them despite their performances. And he didn't disappoint. There's no discrepancies either, by the way, between WhoScored and SofaScore. They've both got him down with the same, as making 2 shots and 5 interceptions. So that's a +7 upgrade. He's going up to 92. Now he's already around the 500, 600k mark. If you can get him, obviously it's a case of sniping him. Will he go up much more when he becomes 92? Maybe. It depends on his stats, I guess, and what's going on. But hey, he's going up to a 92. So that's a big +7 upgrade. Most of the other stuff, not too exciting in the upgrades. Maybe Deulofeu, arguably, but then he's a left wing, and there's Royce. You've already got him more others. But hey, Naldo up to a 92A. That's the big impact I was looking for. It's just he was already quite expensive, so is he going to rise by much more? I'm not sure. But that's the 5 upgrades this week. Do leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I will see you all later. Peace.